So, a pretty good homestand. The Tigers ended up sweeping the Cleveland Indians and had to settle for a split with the New York Yankees. We could start with the series against Cleveland. That was great. The first two games, we got some great pitching. The lineup scored some runs, and then I don't think any of us will ever forget the game on Sunday where we looked like we'd lose a tough one after loading the bases in the ninth and didn't score. And then the Indians got a couple of home runs, and we come back with bases empty and 2 outs and win it on a walk-off homer from Miguel Cabrera. That was incredible. And if you ask me, that's the best payback we could ever give Chris Perez. I think he's pretty much like self-imploded because he hasn't been the same pitcher since then. And then this series against the Yankees, you win the first two. Just a great start by JV. One of the best games I've ever seen him pitch. He hasn't really done all that well against the Yankees in his career, but he kept his, he was efficient with his pitches, threw a lot of strikes, got 14 strikeouts, tied a career high. It was electric. I mean, I wasn't there, but you could like feel the atmosphere. The crowd was in every pitch. And then game two, Porcello pitched a good game. Papa Grande, being Papa Grande in the ninth inning, we held on to win though. And that was what was important. Game three fell behind 7-0, but I felt like the Tigers, they were still in the game, and they had some good at-bats, showed some tenacity, got back in the game. That was great. They lost it, but I wasn't too upset about it. But today was kind of a bad one. To have Benoit give up a couple of more home runs in the eighth, it's really becoming an issue with the home run ball and Joaquin Benoit. In the ninth, with a tying run at third and nobody out, and we did not win. That was that was a tough one today. I felt like we had a chance to win that series, and we had to settle for a split. But one thing is for sure, the Tigers are playing with more confidence. They've been scoring runs. They've been getting it done with their offense. The pitching's held its own. The Texas Rangers, we faced them a 3-game set in Texas. They're not the same Texas team we saw earlier in the year. They've had some pitching troubles this year. I feel like, if we can go in there and we can shut down their lineup, we got a good chance against them. Then the Minnesota Twins, those lowly Minnesota Twins, they've been playing better lately, but I feel like the Tigers are still a better team. We can go in there and hopefully look at winning that series. So, basically, in short, the at-bats have been better. They've been playing with confidence. You can't count them out. Really, I think the concern, though, still is the bullpen. We have not gotten what we needed out of Joaquin Benoit and Phil Koch, too. Phil Koch's been struggling. We need to get those guys on track. If we're going to be a playoff team, those pieces have got to come together. We've got to be able to get those key outs late in the game. And we could not keep the game close in Game 3. Benoit gave up a couple of home runs to break the lead apart for the Tigers in the 8th inning, and that's about sums it up. But I'm happy to see what we did on this homestand. I hope it carries over to the road trip. The Tigers are they're making me proud again. They're looking like a good team again. So let's go get the Rangers. Go Tigers.